Hello everyone. This video is all about your old patterns. Those are not serving you anymore. How to break those old patterns and build some new. Let's discuss. Our lives are on autopilot. We just react, respond to the things those happen to us. And a few of them serve us a great value and few of them are disastrous for us. They do not serve us. Why it happens, what is it, and how you change it. I'm going to talk about that. These are nothing but your old patterns. And old patterns are formed the way your parents behaved with you when you were a child, how your teachers, your school friends treated you when you were a child. And this master file is normally built from 0 to 10 years of age. 0 to 3 years of age is something you don't even remember. What happened to you, how you felt, maybe some relative, maybe some family member, maybe the hospital people or the doctors or nurses behaved in a certain way with you that it stuck with you in your subconscious that this is how the world is. The way you reacted as your natural self, that is recorded in your subconscious, and repeatedly, even when you are a grown-up, you are an adult. Anything that happens to you in your occupation, in your family, with your children, with your parents, you automatically reply in that particular way. Now the question comes, if it is my pattern, if it is my subconscious mind, if it is deeply rooted in me, how do I change it? How do I divide it from my personality as a human being and consider it only as a behavior or a habit or a skill set that needs to be changed? So, how to break your old patterns? That's what we will discuss next. What is at present happening is your old patterns are going on autopilot, repeating the old story again and again. Anything you do, naturally you react in a certain way. So what you have to do it is, all the points when you see I'm not able to do this thing, I cannot do it, or I want to do it, focus on those behaviors, those habits, or those reactions or responses, or those mindset when this is happening to you. Once it has happened, you are now done with the day, you are sitting with yourself, observe those patterns, identify them, recognize them, that this is how I behave every time repeatedly on autopilot mode to a particular thing. Now start defining it, why you are doing it. Is it a scare? You feel that you are fumbling, you are not able to get the words out of your mouth, you are sort of afraid of something, you are scared that yes, if I do this thing, now definitely you don't remember your childhood, the 10 years of your age, or maybe later on this has come or become as your pattern. But what you can really know or observe is how you feel, because that feeling is recent, it is happening now. Are you feeling scared? Are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling depressed? Are you shaking? Are you shivering? Are you fumbling? Do you feel like closing your eyes? Do you start explaining yourself and talking about everything but the topic that you want to say? There can be either all of them, or a few of them, or only one of them. That doesn't matter. And it can be something else that I have not stated in this list. But you will feel when any of this thing happens, which is not your personal self, which is different from your own human nature, you will identify it if you observe it. It will be a task for you in the beginning because you are on autopilot and you are repeating it naturally. So what you have to do it is you have to pick up the uneasy moments. You have to pick up the moments when you don't feel it's me. You feel it's somebody else, or I don't want to be this. I'm not comfortable in my skin when this is happening to me. Pick that one up. Now write them down on a piece of a paper that this is what happens. Now, once you have recognized them, observed them, keep them observing in your daily routine. For example, when you talk to your children, when you see they have done something wrong, you automatically start shouting for no reason. Maybe this is not your basic nature. And then you identify it that you are doing it because your father did the same thing to you, or your mother did the same thing to you. Whenever you did something wrong or some mistake happened, the only reaction you received was shouting, yelling, maybe abusing, that on the one side, or maybe a silent treatment. They stopped talking. They gave an expression. They broadened their eyes in a scary way. And that feeling is embedded in your subconscious or your conscious or your thought processes. As we can easily say, is embedded in your soul. So when first you have identified them, now you are observing them in your daily routine. In your daily routine, you have found out what are the things that you do that you don't want to do, or these are the things you don't want to be. 5 points I have mentioned in the beginning, but there can be a lot of them, which you when observe, they will come on the forefront. Now, when you observe this pattern, try and attach a story to it. Find out why. Why are you behaving in this way? Why are you either going silent or talking a lot? Whatever is your reaction, try and find why. Were they your teachers? Were they your parents? Was it some friend? Was it some relative? Were the siblings? Or maybe some relative or some outsider did something to you, and that was totally into you and you were not able to vent out, you were not able to express because you were too young, or maybe you didn't understand what has happened to you. Relate it to what happened. It can be a story, it can be an incident, it can be repeated actions or behaviors of your surroundings. A particular school culture, particular family culture, particular method of teaching, particular method of reacting. It can be anything. Now recognize what is your story. Now what you have to do it is break out of the old patterns from going on autopilot, repeating the old story. You will have the power of identifying where your patterns are coming from. Then next step is accept them. Yes, this is what has happened to me. Don't judge it. Neither feel proud nor feel ashamed. No embarrassment, no happiness, nothing. Just consider them as facts and figures. When you read some data, you just read a data. You don't jump to conclusions until unless you have analyzed them. So don't analyze them. Just accept it. Yes, this thing happened, or these things happened, or these behaviors happened to me, and today's reactions or responses or thought process is the end product of it. Now start changing them. That is the main thing and key thing you really have to do, which will become a transformation for you, which will change your life, and which will show you what is the right way to go ahead. Okay? And that is, whenever you react to certain thing, just stop yourself. This is what my parents were. I don't want to be like them. So how I change? I don't do what they did. Or this is what person X or teacher X or any relative X or any person in your profession did. Now, this is for sure because you are not comfortable. You don't want to be like that particular person. If you don't want to be like that particular person, definitely you want to be a different person, which is opposite of it. Once you have defined and decided, I don't want to be that person. So the moment your act comes in front, you tell yourself, this is not me. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't want to be like that person. I have my identity. I will do what is right for me. And that is definitely not this. The moment you accept it, observe it, every time you do something, what will happen? It will come to the forefront and you will talk to yourself. This is not what I want to be. At least what I want to be, maybe I'm not clear, but this is not what I want to be. So I'm not doing it this way. For example, as I took example in the beginning, that you react in a yelling or a shouting way. You yell or shout. So the moment your voice is raised, you will stop. No, this is not me. I'm not going to yell or shout. What I'm going to do, I will work it out. Same way, if you get scared, you just get into your own skin, you start shivering. The moment it happens, you will stop. This is not me, because now you have identified it. I have to change my thought process right now. I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to shiver. What I'm going to do, you bring in something that works for you. Attach it to something different. For example, you just stand up, or you come into the power posture of your body posture. You change your body language. You immediately start the breathing activity. You start walking. You go out and take some, get some air, take some me time. Whatever works for you. Break that pattern. This is the first thing you have to do. The moment you have identified it, you have started breaking that pattern. Every time it comes to you, you have started your transformation process. Everything which was on autopilot is now deliberate. The moment it is deliberate, you have started to break it. The next step is how you can break it and stay over there. Once you've accepted, you have changed it. Now shift it into your new identity. Just align it with what you want or who you want to be. Easy way to do it is the person who is your role model. You really like them, or maybe you look up to them, and for example, if you're not confident and the person is very confident, you are not able to say no. They are very confident to say no. Consider those people or the person as your role model. If that person would have been in this situation, how that person would have reacted? You know it very well because you consider that person as your role model. You consider you like that person, you appreciate that person. So what you do it is, you start behaving like that person. You don't know what you will do, but you know what that person does every time. So you do that way. First thing, how would that person react? Two, this is how the person speaks. This is the body language. And bring your identity into who you want to be or what you want. Bigger purpose. If I want to lead this organization or lead my family, is this particular pattern serving me? Definitely not. That's why you were uncomfortable. And what it has cost me. What I could have really achieved in my life or in a relationship or in my own personal satisfaction and contentment, which I have not. So this pattern has not served me. It has costed me a lot. This is not what I want. This is not who I want to be. So I will be who I want to be, like take a role model first to start working on it. It will automatically become your reality. The way old pattern was on autopilot, even the new pattern will come on the autopilot. Give it some time. Do this exercise, practice. Then it can be a pattern. Now you will see, okay, this person is this way, but because this person's family is this way, this person's occupation is this way, this person's commercial value is this way. So you will start putting a question marks because our mind is processed like that, is programmed like that. We start processing the things. This person has this thing, what I don't have. So that person could do it, but how can I do it? Either I don't have that much income, I don't have that much personality, I don't have that family, I don't live in that area. Whatever comes to your mind, it will. Something. Now, and it can be a pattern totally different from your family, your childhood, your everything. Now, how you break free from the old pattern is shift your belief. Instead of saying, that person can do it and I cannot do it, you have to say, if that person has done it, that person is my role model, then I can and I will. Maybe I cannot now, maybe I don't understand it, maybe I don't see it, but I will try. I'll make it my habit and I will see if it is working for me, if it is not working for me. When you do not resist from your old patterns, you do not be a strict to have another pattern, you just go with the flow, in a natural flow. I will try it and I will see how it works. And that person's face, way of talking, everything is in front of you. You start trying, it will automatically, because now there is no resistance. You are giving it a chance to enter your subconscious. You are giving it a chance to flow as your behavior in your routine life. So the moment you give it a chance to flow, it will start making its own place in your subconscious mind and it will become your new pattern. All you are doing over here is just bust your old beliefs. Also, I tell you, when you have done everything, it is not going to go away forever. Rather, it will never go away. It will keep coming back to you, one shape or the other, one way or the another. And every time, whole of your life, you have to just say, this pattern is not serving me. It has costed me enough. This is not what I want to be. This is not who I want to be. I'll do what serves me. I will be a person who is going to benefit me, who I want to be, what I want to be. Bring your why on the forefront. Why you want to be what you want to be. Why do you want to be like that particular person who you consider your role model, whom you are trying to be alike, behaving or talking or thinking like the person? Why? There would be very strong reason. Just bring that why on both the sides. Why I don't want to be what I was or what was my old pattern, and why I want to be the new me. What is my new pattern? The moment you bring the why on the forefront, you will stop what you were about to do and automatically shift to your new belief system, new patterns, and it will become autopilot. You will be on autopilot for the new pattern as well, because that's human behavior. And that will result into the complete transformation. It is the ability to identify and know that story that if it is in charge of your life, I will change. Shift that story to fulfill your results. Burst the story of resistance it can be of generations. There is a possibility it is not just one incident. As I said, it may be coming from generations to generations. So be the observer of your mind and relate to the people it is coming from. It didn't serve them, it will not serve you. If you don't want to be like them, then don't follow those patterns. Observe and follow the patterns of the people you want to be like and you want to become. Identify your why and reverse that pattern forever by reversing it every time it comes to the forefront. Something is thrown at us and we throw it back in a particular way. That is a particular pattern we follow. It can be in reacting or responding to good things. That is, when we have achieved something, how we celebrate, our reaction to the compliments, or it can be for the worst things. When someone says something to us, our children, our parents, our friends, our co-workers, our employees, our employers, we simply react or respond in a certain way. That is very natural to us. And it is considered as our behavior, our habit. And we are also known for that identity. Oh, this person is going to react in a certain way. But when we start observing ourselves and we see, yes, there is a certain pattern that we are following on autopilot, and there are many, those do not serve us. They haven't done any good to us, rather they have costed us a lot. But that is how we have behaved in a certain way, and we continue to behave in that way. But it is a time when we realize what are the behaviors, what are the old patterns. Those are not serving us, those are costing us a lot. Now, how to identify it, how to recognize them, how to observe them, how to change them, how to transform them to have a new life, to be what we want to be and who we want to be. If you have liked this video, then share it with the people who can also get benefited from, whom also you think really need to break their old patterns and build some new empowering patterns. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. If you have any suggestions, please do mention in the comments. If you have any questions, please do mention in the comments. And if you have any stories that you think are going to influence others and empower others, do share. We would love to hear from you. Thank you.